Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Maboteba and I run a blog called josiemommyhood.com. Josie Mommyhood focuses on content that uplifts, supports and encourages mothers to live their best lives. So if you like the content today, please do click on the subscribe button and the like button. And if you have something to share, please do comment down below, or if you have a question. Right, so today I'm going to talk about mothering while you're working and studying at the same time. Right, so I have done a bit of that, actually quite a bit of that. I started studying again when my firstborn, who is now 7, was just a bit over a year old. So I've picked up a few tips or ways of coping along the way, and I'd like to share them with you today. So if you're going on to that journey, or if you're already in it and you're looking for ways to cope, or just something that might help get your, or just that might help you along the way, then stick around and hopefully you'll find something useful that you can use. And please do let me know down below if any of these tips helped you. Right, so the first one would be remembering why you started. Know why you are studying. Why you're working, we know, to pay the bills, because you are an adult and you have children and you have people that depend on you. The studying bit. I was studying so that I can get into a particular field, right? I wanted to continue with teaching, so I did my postgraduate certificate in education while I was already working, and I just wanted to get the certification, right? And this took up a lot of my time. So each time when I felt demotivated, I kept on reminding myself why I started. You know, your main vision. It's not just to get a degree or just to get a certification. There's a bigger reason to that. You want financial independence, right? You want to get a promotion, or you want to get a better job, right? So keep reminding yourself of that, especially during the hard times. You're going to need it. If you need to, write it down, maybe on the first page of a new journal, and read it every day. Write it, print it, put it on a wall, and just see it every day. Remember why you started, because it is going to get a bit hard along the way. Right, I have some notes here, so I keep looking down. Right, so the second tip would be very important: plan ahead, right? So if you haven't started yet, now you know what's coming, right? You have an idea of what it's going to require for you to be working and studying at the same time, and you can plan for it, right? If this means that you're going to need extra help with cleaning the house, if that's all on your shoulders right now, then start looking at some options of getting extra help, right? Maybe the help is already there in your house. If you have a teenage child, they can get more chores. If you have a partner, then they can start helping out more, right? So you let them know in advance that this is what I'm going to need, since now some of my time is going to be taken up by studying, right? And then get a babysitter, right, if you can, or ask your relatives, your friends. Ask them in advance and say, on certain Saturdays I might need to bring my daughter to you while I study for 3 hours, right? Just setting yourself up for success, right? try to look at what could potentially stand in your way, or what you're going to need, right? Money as well. You know that you're going to be paying fees now, unless you are very lucky and you got a bursary, then you don't need to change anything on your budget. But if you're going to be paying for fees, then make sure that you have allocated money for the fees, and that it doesn't interfere with the lifestyle of the family, or you can reduce the lifestyle. I mean, you're going to be studying and getting a better degree or whatever, and it's totally worth it, right? Number 3, new moms and us, really, we're still afraid of this one, but please ask for help. Ask for help. The super mom syndrome that has all of us thinking that we should be doing everything by ourselves is going to kill us. Ask for help. I have gotten much better at this. I no longer have this immense guilt that I used to feel every time I had to send my child away for a weekend so that I can study. It's still there, a bit of it, but it's not as much, especially when I was still new at this motherhood thing. I used to take it as a sign of failing at something, that, oh, so you mean you can't work and study and take care of your child at the same time? Listen, there's only so much we can do all at the same time, right? So don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask your friends to help out. Ask your partner to help out. Ask your in-laws to help out, because my mother-in-law was actually quite a great help while I was studying for my postgraduate certificate and when I was doing my honors, because she would literally always take my children and look after them. So yes, if you need help, even with cleaning or with anything that you need around the house, do not be afraid. You are not supposed to be doing this alone. Remember, it takes a village to get you that degree. Right, so another thing, mom guilt. Mom guilt, we know that guilt is a useless emotion, but it's there. We're going to feel, you're always going to feel guilty when you are not spending time with your children. But as long as you remind yourself that it's just temporary, you're not going to be studying forever, right? You're not going to be unavailable forever. But it will come, but you just need to find a way to calm it. This, if you have to, just remind yourself why you're doing this, and know that you are not neglecting your children. You are not neglecting your children. You're just taking the time to study and better the future for all of you. Right, and another one, this is a more practical one. Once you are already studying and maybe now you have exams or you have assignments, right? Set a specific study time, and it should be realistic, right? If you know that you're a night owl and you're able to study from 10 p.m. right up till 1 a.m., then set that time and let the people that you live with know that that is my studying time, and so that you are able to actually take that time. And if you know that it's better for you to study in the morning, then set your alarm clock for 3 a.m. and wake up before everyone else. It's very nice and quiet at 3 a.m. and you know that you can have about 2 hours of studying before everyone wakes up. If you keep this consistent, your body will get used to it, and it just gives you a whole lot more time. And also, if you choose your times late at night or very early in the morning, then you'll have less guilt about the time you're not spending with your children because they're sleeping anyway. And then the most important one, really, don't give up. right? It's so easy for us to think, what was I doing in the first place? I'm busy, I'm a mother, I'm working. Why should I be adding on to what I'm already doing and taking the time from my children? Do not give up. Do not give up. Challenges come up along the way. What you can do is look at other options, like maybe reducing the number of modules that you have at the time, so that you can keep going. And if you set yourself up for success to begin with, as in you realistically look at the time that you have, the money that you have, and your life altogether, then you pick the number of modules. If you have that option, you take the amount of modules that you can handle at a time. It's not a marathon. You don't have to get a degree in 3 years, or if you're doing a 1 year certificate, you don't have to do it in 1 year, right? You already have a lot on your plate, but we want this degree or this certificate, so you allocate time for it. Maybe you're going to take 2 years to do it, or you're going to take 3 years, as long as we get it done, right? So yes, that's all I have for today. If you have more tips, if you are doing this already and you have great tips, then please do comment below and add them, and I will really, really appreciate that. So that is it from me, and just remember, you can do it. It can be done. Just go and check Instagram and see all those graduating mothers with their cute children and their matching graduation hats. That's gonna be you.